Alright, it's July 27th, 2021, and the House of Representatives held a remarkable hearing today where police officers of the D.C. Metro Police testified about the events in the U.S. Capitol on January 6, 2021, during the events of the Save America rally, where President Donald Trump was a featured speaker. Representative Adam Schiff, Democrat, was so moved by the testimony that he was brought to tears. Now, the fact that the Republican Party was not permitted to select their own committee members for today's hearing means that it's possible the facts of what happened that day may be lost. I have to congratulate the Democratic Party and Speaker Nancy Pelosi on setting the date of July 27th, 2021, 6 months after these events, in order to establish the facts of what happened and to fix blame. Wait a minute, didn't they already impeach President Donald Trump for this 6 months ago? So you establish the facts and figure out who is to be blamed for this Capitol 6 insurrection. 6 months after you impeach Donald Trump without the facts and without any information along those lines. It's interesting how the Democratic Party can flip the justice system on its head. I wasn't at the January 6th Save America rally. Let's take a look at an account of someone who was actually there. This is published at the American Thinker. Here's what really happened before the incursion into the Capitol. He describes the arrival of his group to the nation's capital. Save America rally took place in front of the White House. They walked along the edge of the mall and looked ahead to the Washington Monument. That would be here. We were at the end of the mall where no more trees blocked the view of the Washington Monument. Thousands and thousands of people were crossing the roads and coming from the other side of the mall. The hillside facing the ellipse was totally covered with people. Donald Trump's wrapping up his speech. After standing for several hours, our legs were locking up. We needed to move. "Let's go," said my brother. "Okay, let's go," I replied. It looked as if many others had the same idea, and we started to meander towards the mall with them. Trump was still talking, but it sounded like his address would be coming to a close soon. "Dan," I said, "look at the Capitol. Do you see the people there already?" Since we left before Trump finished, we were among some of the first rally attendees to head to the Capitol. There was no march on the Capitol. Nobody we heard or talked with all day called for a march on the Capitol. The rally people just started making their way to the Capitol. If we were organized, maybe there would have been a march, but we were all just there to help as participants, not to march on the Capitol. Now look at the distance here. The mall is about a mile long. Let's take a look at the imagery here. Here's the White House. The Save America rally takes place in front of the White House. People move down along here, along the National Mall, and they're heading towards the U.S. Capitol. They left and we kept walking to the Capitol. We turned around to look back to the Washington Monument. Unbelievable sight. Washington Monument in one direction, Capitol in the other. Thousands walking down the slope from the Washington Monument and along the wide paths and lawn of the mall toward us. "Danny, I'll bet the police up on the Capitol never expected this many people. I hope those people up there turn around to see everyone headed their way." We'd never seen or felt anything like it. As I write this 2 days later, I'm wondering if there hadn't been so many patriotic-feeling Americans at the rally and walking to the Capitol, would the idiots still have stormed the building? The only ones guilty of causing trouble were the ones who stormed the Capitol. Not us, not the hundreds of thousands at the rally. It's generally agreed that 50 people broke into the Senate building. This is the act that was termed the January 6th insurrection. 50 people. Now look at the photos of those who came to hear and see President Donald Trump speak at the Save America rally. The most conservative estimate is that 100,000 patriotic Americans were there. Some estimates go as high as 250,000. But let's stick with the 100,000 number. Look at these crowds here, and then ask yourself a simple counting question. Did they commit an insurrection against the Democratic Party? Did they commit sedition against the United States of America? Let's count this again. 50 people stormed the Senate building. 100,000 people peacefully walked along the National Mall and then went off to their homes, went back to their lives. If only 50 people in Washington, D.C. on that day illegally entered the Senate building, and 100,000 to 250,000 people did not engage in that activity, we can say two things. First, statistically, 100% of the people who arrived in Washington, D.C. on January 6, 2021 did not participate in any insurrection of any form. My other point goes straight to the issue of the news media narrative that Donald Trump is a cult leader. The news media narrative promulgated by academics, Hollywood, the corporate elite media, and the Democratic Party all insist on the following premise: that Donald Trump is a cult leader, that people who voted for and supported Donald Trump and who came to this rally to hear him speak were members of a cult. If this was true, that would make Donald Trump the worst cult leader in world history, because of the 100,000 to 250,000 people who attended the Save America rally. None of those people attacked the Senate building. None of those people fought with police, broke barricades, or broke into the Senate building. Donald Trump was still giving his speech about peacefully protesting the certification of the election, while the 50 or so miscreants were attacking Capitol Police at the other end of the Capitol Mall. Let's go back to Adam Schiff's tears here. Mr. Schiff, if there was an insurrection on January 6th, and the insurrection was instigated by 250,000 people marching on the U.S. Capitol, frankly, sir, this is a very easy count to make. 100,000 peaceful attendees at the Save America rally, 50 people who entered the Senate building. That should be the sole lesson from the January 6th hearing conducted by the House of Representatives 6 months after they impeached a man without hearing the facts. Thank you.